Hey everybody, we're Ohio guys. I'm Ansel Young, guest speaker from Chicago, and we are at ShudoCon. And today, Tyson Rinehart, right?
Reinhardt
is joining us today. How are you doing today, Tyson?
I'm doing quite well today. I'm having a lot of fun. Everybody's been really, really cool and very, very hospitable, making me feel very much at home. So,
Well, we have a few questions for you here, so let's just get started.
sounds good.
What is it like working in industry today?
Working in the industry today is very, very rewarding because every year the anime community grows and grows and grows. So, for instance, ShudoCon is, I believe, roughly 4 times what it was 2 years ago in attendance. And so that's just great for everyone involved. That's great for the fans. That's great for the people in the industry. It helps make sure that more shows keep coming out, and we get a wider variety of the types of shows that are coming out. Because more people means there's more interest. So you have as many people buying mecha anime as you used to, and now you've got a lot of the high school anime that's being sold, and it's really, really a very, very good time for the industry, I think.
Now, what is the favorite anime you've worked on?
Steins Gate, yeah, absolutely Steins Gate. Steins Gate is, in and of itself, the Japanese show is awesome, brilliant, and the seiyuu in it are very, very talented. Play the parts masterfully. That said, the English version isn't too shabby either. J. Michael Tatum is a genius. He and Patrick Seitz worked on the script, and they just brought so much life to it and made it just really communicate to people just as well in Japan and in America equally. It's so many wonderful jokes for people who love sci-fi, and all the random things that people in this community love are embedded in that script, so that every other line I would have to stop and kind of giggle for a second because I just did a Star Wars reference, I just did a Star Trek reference, I just did a Doctor Who reference, and half the time it's you say the line and then 30 seconds later you're like, oh, I just said the fail is strong with this one. That's okay, awesome. I love this show. So yeah, it's been a fun show to work on. Other shows I've really enjoyed working on were a lot of the smaller bits that I've done. Ride Back is one of my favorite reactions of all time. I am a soldier who opens a door to see a block of C4 with a timer go from 0-1 to 0. And he has just a moment of, what the, and then explodes. So that's one of my other favorites. It's a little less glamorous than Daru and Steins Gate, but every little character helps, and it makes the story what it is. So that was one of my favorite ones as well. It was also one of my earlier ones.
So if you could be any of the characters you played in real life, who would they be, and you could mix and match it?
I kind of am Daru in real life. I'm not that well versed at computers. I can use them, but he and I have the same sense of humor. He and I have a very similar sense of style. My apartment looks very much like the future gadget lab with piles of trash next to the computer. All in all, a show I haven't been in, but a character who I really identify with was Kota from High School of the Dead. He's a kind of quiet, reserved, nerdy guy, and then the zombie apocalypse happens, and he becomes Mr. Kickbutt. So that's another great role, and I wish I'd gotten a chance to audition for. But the gentleman who did the voice acting for it did a bang-up job and made me want to be his part. So he obviously did a great job because I was like, ooh, that guy's awesome. So that's one of my all-time favorites. Ryoga Hibiki from Ranma 1/2. Well past in the recording times, but that's another role I would have loved to play. But yeah, and then of course Shakespeare. I've got some good Shakespeare ones. I played the Earl of Kent from King Lear. That was a fun one. But he's just a stand-up guy who sticks with his friends. So, and that's something we should all learn to do. So.
Now, I know we already kind of touched on it, but what was it like working on Steins Gate?
It was my first major role, so there was definitely a learning curve involved. I was working with Colleen Klinkenbeard as the ADR director and Stephen Hoff as our sound engineer. And both of them are very veteran, very capable individuals. And like I said, the script was already fantastic. So just from the lines alone that were written, I didn't have too much work to do. I just kind of had to be myself saying those lines. But anytime that there was a little bit of an issue, Colleen could really kind of hold my hand and get it through. And if there was a line that almost fit but didn't quite, Steven would make his magic work on the computer so that all of a sudden that line came out just right. So it was really nice getting to work with so many very, very professional, capable people, especially for my first time out. So it was a great learning experience.
Okay. Now, is there anything that you'd like to talk about that's recently been announced that you'd like to plug, or something that's coming out?
There's 3 different major large roles that I have, none of which have been announced yet, but they're all a lot of fun. One of them, I am in artificial intelligence. That was fun. I kind of brought a little C-3PO movie phone kind of prospect to that. Another one, I can't say too much about, but if you've seen the movie Caddyshack, the character Bill Murray was a major influence on my character in this upcoming show, which most of you are familiar with. And then the other show that I've been in, which I can't announce yet, is I played a very perverted young teenage boy in high school who does nothing except for try to peek into the girls in the locker room. And that was liberating because, it's not every day you get to say some of those really, really offensive things. So it was quite fun to not only get the chance to say them, but also to get paid to say them. And another one of those, it's a fan service show. So every once in a while when, certain parts would jiggle around on screen, oh, I flubbed that line. I think we're going to need to go back and do that again. So that's one of the nice bits of that recording session as well. So, I'm hoping that at least 2 of those will be announced soon. Keep your eyes and ears peeled, and it should be awesome. So.
Now, lastly, do you have any fan pages on Facebook or Twitter or any other social media networks?
I do, yes. I have Tyson Rinehart, voice actor, on Facebook. I keep updates on what cons I'm going to and random new shows that I'm working on when I'm available for that information. I also am a musician. I'm in a few different bands. I'm in a band called Smokestack Lightning, which if you like Led Zeppelin and blues rock, you're probably going to enjoy that. I'm also in a band called Bullet Machine. We're going to be recording an album at the end of this month. It's a more Ramones-style punk rock kind of thing. So if you're into that, please check us out. And all in all, I am a dude who likes Star Wars and Star Trek and sci-fi and fantasy. I just got into Game of Thrones, which rocks real hard. So, yeah, if you have anything you want to say, hit up my Facebook voice actor page, Tyson Rinehart voice actor, and we'll talk about why it is that, Tyrion Lannister is so awesome. Because frankly, I don't care for the Lannisters. They're kind of jerks. But Tyrion rules.
Well, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And we're the Ohio guys. I'm Ansel Young. This is Tyson Rinehart, and we'll see you next time.
My pleasure, Ansel. Thank you.